Boom! What is up, Waves Capital? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about how Coinbase stock just took a massive hit following the announcement that they are facing an SEC probe. But I want to talk to you guys about why I think Coinbase will be able to successfully navigate this. I want to talk to you guys about the upside price targets that I still have in place for Coinbase. And I also want to talk to you about their earnings report that's coming up on August 9th and why I believe this will be a great fundamental catalyst for the upside price targets that I have in place. Okay, so to kick off the video, let's learn a little bit more about that SEC probe and once again why I think Coinbase will be able to successfully move past this and move on and ultimately lead their share price higher. Okay, so Coinbase shares tumbled 21% after the report that it's facing SEC probe. Key points: shares of Coinbase closed down more than 21% on Tuesday on the report that it's facing SEC's probe into whether the platform is offering unregistered securities. This SEC probe came before and was separate from Coinbase's alleged insider trading scheme that led to the fraud charge of an ex-Coinbase product manager on Thursday. So this is not related to that, which I think many people believed, which is probably why CNBC included that in the key points. So on a side note, it's good to see that Coinbase is up in 3% after hours. Good move picking up some shares today. Shares of Coinbase once again closed down more than 21%, and Coinbase stock has lost more than 75% of its value this year. I mean, join the club, right? But the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, good old SEC, is scrutinizing whether the company illegitimately let users trade digital assets that haven't been registered as securities. This is a quote that we'll close it out with from Coinbase's chief legal officer, Paul Grewal, that he made on Twitter. "I'm happy to say it again and again. We are confident that our rigorous diligence process, a process the SEC has already reviewed, keeps securities off of our platform. We look forward to engaging with the SEC on the matter." So this is good news. And this has been good news. The fact that Coinbase is so compliant and has been so compliant with the SEC over the course of its history as a company is a good sign. They haven't gotten any real legal trouble yet. Therefore, I believe in the fact that although the SEC is probing them, that they probably haven't done anything wrong. They can prove that they haven't done anything wrong. And given their track record of not doing anything wrong, this will likely blow over. Okay, and again, the fact that their chief legal officer is saying this on Twitter, that they are 100% willing to comply, that they are a good actor in this space of bad actors. And there have been so many bad actors who have been exposed over this past year in the cryptocurrency space, which isn't surprising. There's so much money involved. There's so much on the line. It's just an evolving space. It's a young space. There's a lot to be taken advantage of, which a lot of companies have been doing so. But Coinbase has proved itself to be one of the good guys. They have been completely compliant with US regulation. And I believe that trend will continue. And that's a big reason that I've liked Coinbase for a long time. And I continue to like Coinbase and continue to hold Coinbase stock and will for a very long time. Okay. So again, I do want to justify some upside price targets to let you guys know where I think coin will go over, I'm not going to say short-term time horizon, but I will say a medium to longer term time horizon, what my price targets are for Coinbase. But I do want to talk about what I believe will be a solid and positive short-term catalyst for Coinbase, and that's their earnings report on August 9th. So let's read through the little analysis that I wrote on Coinbase in this morning's newsletter and just, again, summarize my thoughts for you guys prior to diving into the charts and talking some technicals. Coin took a tumble today following the news of an SEC probe, but given the willingness to comply and the confidence in their execution, I believe Coinbase will successfully navigate and evade those accusations. So once again, we just read through that guy. Let's go on to earnings. Volume has been up in the crypto space, which means that revenue has likely been up for Coinbase as well. The prices of cryptocurrencies don't matter for Coinbase's bottom line. The amount that people are transacting them do. So again, you guys, whether Bitcoin is $20,000 or $60,000 really doesn't matter for Coinbase when it comes to their profit share, when it comes to their bottom line of revenue. What matters is how much people are selling Bitcoin and how much people are buying Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if they're selling or buying. It matters how many transactions they're making, because Coinbase takes a percentage of every single buy order and sell order that is done on their platform. Okay, so that's where Coinbase really makes money. There are a few other ways like custody and whatnot, but their primary profit puppy is transaction revenue. And volume's been up, so that's good. They report earnings on August 9th, and I'm not saying their report will be impressive, in quotes, by any means, but because sentiment around this company is already so negative, I think it won't be as bad as many expect it to be. So, again, you guys, Coinbase over the past couple of months, the entirety of the crypto space has just been slapped in the face. Again, for a good reason. A lot of bad actors have been exposed. And sentiment, even though we have staged a little bit of a comeback, Bitcoin miners as well, which I am personally still bullish on. Wrote a little piece on Riot as well earlier today. But still bullish on crypto, even though there is still a cloud over them. And I think that can actually play into the favor of the bulls going into earnings, given the fact, once again, that so many people are dominantly negative. Okay, so Brian Armstrong, highly competent CEO in my eyes, and I believe in his ability to execute during times of hardship. Always bet on the jockey. We'll always say this. I've said this many times, and it seems very, very obvious to me. But always bet on the jockey, guys. Don't just bet on the company. Don't just bet on the numbers. Always bet on the team behind the company that is responsible for growing the company and executing properly. And Brian Armstrong, followed him for a long time, respected him for a long time as well, and I think they've got this. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of technicals and then expand on the charts as we close out the video. Coin has perfectly tested long-term resistance, but we are technically still setting in a higher low on the short-term uptrend. Okay, and again, we'll take a look at the charts and I'll rationalize this a little bit more. Personally, I believe coin stock belongs at $100. I'm not sure how long it'll take to reclaim that level, but considering that's nearly a 2x from where we are currently, I'm happy to hold until we see that target achieved. And I'm glad that I scooped up some shares today. So shout out to the portfolio and newsletter fam. Again, you guys saw it here first, but yeah, scooped up some shares today. Excited about that. Also capitalized on Bitcoin miners today. Also increased my Riot Blockchain position and a few other amazing growth stocks that I'm super bullish on going into earnings, moving into August as well. So if you guys want to know how I'll be trading through this small to mid cap earnings season, super excited once again how I'm capitalizing on the gems that I see in the market right now. The best winning small caps and mid caps, because that's what I'm personally bullish on. Not the mega caps, still skeptical about mega caps and the indices and stuff, but small caps, super excited. If you want to know how I'm trading them, if you want to know how I'm trading my options, my stock positions, my cryptocurrency positions on a daily basis, you want a complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, the Waves Capital portfolio, then join the winning team. So the first link down below, $15 a month or $40 for every 3 months. Completely up to you. You can always unsubscribe, but I'm confident that you won't be. And on top of the complete breakdown of the portfolio, you also get what I spend my entire mornings every morning doing aside from trading, and that's writing these newsletters. So this is just one of the 3 newsletters I write every morning. This is the last one. Go over a bunch of charts every single day. That's the price targets newsletter. Before that is the macro analysis newsletter, where I cover everything going on in the macro, talking the Fed raising rates, talking the Fed meetings, talking about massive, the big tech earnings that are occurring and what my thoughts are on those and how those will impact the market. And the first one of the day, when I reverse order this time, is the trade alert, where I talk you guys through my trades and rationalize why I'm making the decisions I'm making and taking the actions that I'm taking. And that is, of course, the most time sensitive, which is why that's the first one of the day. So once again, you get all that for just $50 a month, $40 for every 3 months. First link in the description box down below. Appreciate it if you guys check that out. But if not, no worries. That's your loss. I do appreciate you watching out though. So let's close it out by talking some technicals on Coinbase. Short term, you guys can see right here that Coinbase has just taken a big tumble, not just today, but over the past few trading sessions, following the test of like a perfect test of the line of overall resistance that it's been sitting under since those November of 2021 highs. Okay, so touch point here. Everyone was looking at this, and shout out to us over a waves cap. We really called this perfectly. And this doesn't always happen, but we did perfectly, almost perfectly, maybe off by a single candle. Almost perfectly tested this line of previous support that came into play as new resistance, new shorter term resistance, along with long-term downward resistance. So that's always nice to see. And these lines of resistance 100% acted as such. Again, there are a lot of fundamental catalysts that come into play as well, but yes, the technicals just work out sometimes. Anyway, let's talk about my upside price target, which is, as I said in the newsletter, Hondo bucks. I think it's almost inevitable at some point in time, whether, hey, maybe it even takes till the next cycle. I don't know. Maybe the macroeconomic, maybe the Fed raises rates by 100 basis points tomorrow and the markets hate it. But I am so ridiculously confident in the fact that someday Coinbase will reclaim $100. From a technical perspective, I think this is pretty likely over the coming months, given the fact that we have not yet closed this gap right here. And I do think that at some point before the end of 2022, we will be closing this gap just under $100. So I should say my price target for Coinbase is, to be precise, $97.50. But because I believe in Coinbase from a long-term time horizon perspective, because I just believe, once again, in the company, in leadership's ability to execute, in Brian Armstrong as a CEO, in the fact that cryptocurrency has a future, has a very bright future ahead of it and a very long future ahead of it, regardless of how it's been performing over the past couple of months. I believe Coinbase will be $100, $200, $300. Hey, I think Coinbase will reach at least, what's the market cap at now? $11 billion. I believe Coinbase will be, I've said trillion in the past, but conservatively, I think Coinbase can be a $100 billion company someday, because I do think they'll also expand their offerings and expand the streams of revenue that they have and ways they make money as a company. So again, betting on the leadership, betting on the fact that crypto is here to stay, and I do think Coinbase can at least 2x from here super safely on a long-term time horizon. Again, always know, you guys, this is just my opinion, but my money is always where my mouth is. And once again, if you want to know how I'm trading on a day-to-day basis, check out that first link down below. On top of that, let me know in the comments, are you bullish on Coinbase? Did you, like me, pick up some Coinbase on this correction today? And what other stocks in the market are you excited about? So always look forward to hearing your feedback. I'll see you downstairs in the comments. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace, team.